Hello and welcome to Treasure in Every Verse. I'm your host, author and Bible teacher Kevin Madison. Thank you for joining us today. Okay, friends, we're back and we're still in our series and we're talking about does God really call people and choose people to go to heaven and choose people who's going to go to hell? So, again, folks, this is a study that's really confusing to a lot of people. And the reason is they don't know the entire theme of the book. It's not that Kevin is smart. I'm not when it comes to this book. But when you start reading it from front to back and understand exactly the plan of God, folks, it's very clear what God is doing. He's not hiding it. He's not trying to make it seem like some mystery or a puzzle that you have to put together. No, friends. God flat out tells us exactly what he's doing. And he ain't mincing words. For example, God sits here and he uses words and it's clear. Let's go back a little bit. And look at this. Okay? To those who are called. He doesn't leave that up for you and me to interpret. There are those who are perishing. Then there are those who are called. He makes a very distinct difference between the two groups. Those who are decalled. Again, how do you get to God? Those he predestined, he also called. Whom he called. Over and over and over again. God says, I elect. God says, I call. Look at this. This is extremely plain. I don't know how you can miss this unless you just want to, folks. Unless you just made up in your mind, hey, look, I don't care what God says. He's not allowed to do this. Well, that's your prerogative, but God isn't paying attention to that. Look, walk worthy of the calling with which you were called. So how did people come to God? Did they just make up their minds and say, hey, God, I'm going to choose you today? Not according to the book. Let's go look at till we get to where we were. Look at this. I mean, you cannot get any more plain than this. God, from the beginning, did some stuff. What did you do, God? I chose you. Did you choose God? There's nowhere in the book, nowhere, friends, in the book where it says you made a choice for God. I challenge anyone to find that. I know what you're going to point out to me. It's going to say you believe. But why did you believe? And how did you come to that belief? You came to that belief because somebody chose you for salvation. And how did that get into effect? Did it get into effect because you made a choice? No, the effect came from this right here, where he called you. How did it happen? God, through, that's the how, the sanctification done by you. No, it's not done by you. It's done by the Spirit. That's the new birth. That's why you can now believe. It's a byproduct of what God did. When did God do this for you? He did it before he created anything. The decision for you was already made, friends. It was already made. Kevin, I can't believe that. Why not? Why not? You must answer that question. If it is that plain in the book, and you have a problem with that, why? The problem isn't with God, friends. The problem is with you. If you don't believe what's written, he says it over and over. Knowing, beloved brethren, your election by God. Paul was going around being beaten and stoned and put in jail. Why were you being taking all that stuff, Paul? I only took it for the sake of the elect. That's why. Again, folks, if you have a problem with God saying, I chose people, I elect people, I made a sovereign decision, then you must answer the question, why? Why do you have a problem with that? And I know the conclusion you're going to come to. If you're truthful, it's your pride. You have a problem with God determining to do whatever God wants to do. I don't have a problem with that. And the reason why I don't have a problem with that is because I understand God is sovereign. And he can do whatever he wants to do. You need to come to that conclusion because that's the God of the Bible.